What's up, fam? Welcome to L.U.S.T. Let Us Speak Truth. We are on episode 49. We almost to 50. We got the panel on here. Y'all, today's topic is going to be the math ain't mathin'. So let me give y'all a scenario. The scenario, I'm going to be a her and a him, okay? So thank you, Ronell. So the her is, hey, can you send me $250 for the babysitter tonight? Him, you want me to pay for your babysitter and the date? Her, you're that man, right? I'm a single mother and this is a part of dating me. Him, wow, this is not in my budget. I had a real nice evening planned for us and I can't add $250 to the evening. I'm sorry. Her, wow, enjoy the evening by yourself. I'm tired of dating broke men. Is she out of pocket?
Absolutely. She's hella out of line.
Go ahead, Trav.
Man, that's some dumb shit right there off the muscle. Like, I don't even understand what was being said. Like, I'm glad you came with that tonight because I'm turned up now. I was asleep and I'm ready. God damn it, that's some off the wall shit. Where they daddy at?
Why? Okay, if a man is taking you on a date, why the fuck is he paying your daycare?
That's where I was at with that. I'm like, she ain't got nobody there to come over her house and watch her kids. Like, that bitch gonna pay a light bill
before.
You paid somebody's daycare?
But did you pay $250, Ro?
Not $250, but I paid. To be honest, I paid $125 for the kids to stay the night and some gas money to get over to me.
And the date.
You're so sweet.
Nah, I wasn't sweet, nigga. I wanted it that bad.
I was just getting ready to say that ain't got nothing to do with sweet. What it was Ro had already had sex with her 35 times in his mind.
No.
In your mind. In
my mind, yes.
That's right. So he was gonna make it come real, and it was worth that 125 to him.
And I knew because I paid for it, like I didn't have to take her on no date. None of it. She came to the crib with all intentions. She knew what she was finna do because of what I just did.
Right.
And then I offered to do it though. That's how bad I wanted it. But I knew, it was indirect statements that led me to do it. You know what I'm saying? Yo, come see me tonight. I mean, I don't know if my mom gonna watch the kids, you know what I'm saying? Yada. Yo, tell her I pay $100.
So in other words, coochie can mean that much to you?
It was only $100
to fuck her. She must have some good shit.
I paid $100 to fuck.
That's like a hood.
So actually, she was really prostituting. If you really want to say it, yeah, come on.
Yeah, like for real.
I'm gonna say nah. I'm gonna say nah because
you wanted that ass.
I wanted it, and I offered. You dig what I'm saying? Like the way she was responding to the conversation, it was like, I don't got no bread, but I want to come. I don't got nobody to watch the kids. I don't know if my mom gonna do it. It was like leading me up to saying,
I see.
Yo, I got it. You know what I'm saying? Because I knew once I did all, I knew she was gonna give me the yams. But you can't come around here after that and then try to like hold out. You know what I'm saying? Like I already knew it was go time.
So let me ask the question. So what do $100 pussy feel like? Tanya, I want to push you down.
It wasn't $100 coochie though. Y'all are looking at it wrong.
I'm not. I see exactly what you're saying.
Yeah, because it's like imagine. Okay,
you played in her head. You got her mind together because you taking care of her, giving her something that she wants. She might have been needing a break for them kids, and you was like, "I got you. So why don't you have a break and break right on over?" And let me go make sure
Wait a minute. What the hell y'all talking about, man? Paid professionals in Las Vegas $40. That's what she deserved, $40. What you talking about?
Hey, Bro was trying to get to the yams.
Yo, I just went above it. I went above and beyond because I knew what I wanted though. I knew what I wanted. So I knew it wasn't no $100 for the because I didn't want her to spend the night. I didn't have any intention on spending the night. I wanted her to go back home. I knew the $100 was gonna make her mom say, "Hell yeah, I'll do it." And then 2 hours, but she right back to the crib.
So you was guaranteed to ask for a minute.
Right,
because I never had to pay for it again.
Let me ask you a question. How old were you?
This was last year.
Are you with her now?
Oh,
Bro, you can't say that.
I'm sorry. Sorry.
We can't ask no more questions, y'all.
Bro.
Yeah, Rose off.
We can't talk about this no more. We're gonna change the subject.
How much mileage did you put on her for that $100?
Trav. We're not doing this with you.
No. We allowed to talk about it. I wouldn't have said it if it was a secret. I mean,
are you with her now? Are you with her now?
No.
Oh.
He wouldn't tell us if he was.
No, I would. Shit, it don't like everything starts.
No, because you wouldn't. Well, after the opinions you just heard, you are not gonna let nobody talk about your girl $100 pussy.
I promise you I would. All right. How about this? What's the difference in me paying $100 for the babysitter and $25 for gas, or taking her to Aberdeen Barn, which is a nice restaurant in Norfolk, where I'm paying $180 for the meal?
A respectful
and then come to the crib and beat it down. I got.
Where you at in Norfolk?
Huh?
Where are you in Norfolk?
Now I'm in Virginia Beach, but
I went to Norfolk State. That's why I asked.
Oh, my lady's like a super Norfolk State junkie alumni every year. My HBCU is dope. Tailgating and all that.
Okay, y'all. So we all agreed that chick was out of pocket, right?
Why though? Why would we don't? No, we don't.
You don't agree? Okay.
Yeah,
you're talking about the original scenario.
From the statement, she's
the original scenario. My bad.
All right. In her mind, she don't date a broke man. She considers that being a broke man. Okay.
But who has a $250 damn babysitter? That's my question.
That's close to a week.
That helpful was trying to pay her light bill, and that's what she should have said. Look, I can't come out because I gotta make sure these lights stay on. Now, if we're gonna be in the dark, we're gonna be in here together. She should have came up with something. But $250 babysitter, all I'm saying is they better wash my car, clean my house, and I want my lunch made for everybody all damn week. I'm paying for a maid to service hell for $250. Y'all better go.
So let me ask y'all a question. What does broke look like to you? When you say I'm broke, what does broke look like to you?
The inability to have and do.
Okay.
Yeah.
The desire to, you know what? To me, I'm different, man. Broke to me is prioritization. You know what I mean? It ain't. I'm not broke because I paid all my bills. I put my money in the savings, and I'm not willing to use the rest of the money to do what you want to do. I could be considered broke.
But that's real, because who gives a damn about how good you look if you going home in the dark and no food in the refrigerator?
I'm not broke. I'm economical.
Understood. Respect.
Go ahead, Tanya.
Broke to me is failure to succeed and begging all the damn time. Stop that damn begging.
Yes.
Because I can't stand for a man to ask me for anything. And I've had guys to ask me for random stuff, and I'm just like, no.
Like what? Like what?
It doesn't happen. Oh, like one guy in particular. Oh, I'm gonna get in trouble. Okay, so I'm gonna tell.
Tell it. Tell it.
I don't pay for me. Period. Point blank. No ifs.
You don't pay for what?
If you're going through a hard time, depending on what it is, I might help you out. Now I'll feed anybody, right?
You don't pay for what?
I will feed anybody.
I
may buy you a meal. Hell, I might come get some stuff out of my freezer. So food, I don't play with nobody about no food, because my grandpa raised me. If you can eat, you can feed somebody, right? But you can't say, oh, I need some gas money, or I need some this, I need some that, when I'm sitting here thinking, that's why they make part-time jobs.
Right.
Because you should never be a man trying to date a woman and asking her for things.
But my question, y'all, what is considered your broke? Do you have to have X amount of dollars in your account that you don't touch? And if you have to dip in that, is that your broke? Or do you have multiple accounts?
Like I have 13 bank accounts. Let me say that.
Okay.
What the hell is going on?
All together. Because
you hiding from somebody?
That nigga hiding from a lot of people.
Hey, buddy. Hey, whoa, watch yourself. No, so this is my thing. When I moved to Texas, I was on the struggle bus. And the thing that struggle taught me was, don't put all your money in one place. Why? Because if I know how much money I have, I know how much money I can spend.
Mm-hmm.
So I put money in places. I got one account. I have absolutely no idea how much money is in there, but I know if I get in a tight space, I know something over it.
Right.
And I have like 4 accounts like that, and so I function mostly out of one account. I got some business accounts, so on and so forth, but I function my bills and all my drama out of one bank account. But I put a little bit of everything in a whole bunch of little pockets because I don't ever need to know how much money I have because then I know how much I can spend.
Okay. What about you guys? Is there a certain amount that you have to have before you claim broke?
No, I'm always broke.
Either which way?
Yeah. Like, do you like if you have X amount of dollars in an account and then
Give me a flat number.
Okay, you got
$10,000.
Let's say you got $10,000 in one account and you got 5,000 in another.
Nah, just say 10,001. That's it.
Okay.
That's all. But bro, that's all you got to your name?
No, let's just.
But you got money coming in every payday though. Every you know. To me, and I'll answer.
I'm not speaking of you guys. Period. I'm speaking of the general. So you got guys that if they got 10,000 in their account, I know this from men more than women. If they got like $10,000 in their account, they ain't touching it. They're broke. When women speak of that, they got 5,000 in their account and they're broke. So there's a difference between men and women. Broke. Yeah, go ahead.
And that's because women hold in our community a far vast number in debt than men do. That's just a fact. You guys are, because
I agree.
You guys use credit cards and stuff. There's a lot of men like they won't. I got brothers that don't even know they credit card. Now I got cash. That's just how they are. So I mean, and then I got cash that I deal with. They like if they ain't credit card, that's just something. That's like what for? So to answer your question, is a safety net.
Yeah, what is a safety net for a man who owns a home? What should be their safety net?
Me, I say 50.
50,000. Okay. Bro.
I'm gonna be honest. If I got $5,000 in the bank and I get paid and my money allows me to pay all my bills and contribute more into my savings, I feel like I'm rich. I ain't even gonna hold you. I'm a regular nigga, man. I ain't even gonna say a lot of y'all. I ain't gonna front for saying you front to anybody else's front. And I'm saying for me, I'm just gonna keep it a buck. If I got 10 racks sitting in the bank and all my bills are caught up and everything is paid and everything is flowing and I got money coming in, to me, I'm good, Joe.
And see, out here in San Diego, I ain't gonna lie. Our motto, when you own a home or even if you rent, it doesn't matter. Your safety net should always be minimum $5,000, minimum. So
right, but I'm talking about a reality though. That's like a thought process.
No, I'm saying for women. This is how.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. That's a thought process. That's like a goal, right?
Yeah.
But how many people and this is just us being real. Yeah. How many people y'all know got 10 grand in the bank, 50 grand in the bank, 20 grand in the bank on a consistent basis?
Yeah. Do you own your own business or are you just?
No, I don't care what you do. I don't care how you get it, but how many people y'all know got 10 grand at all times sitting that they don't touch?
Not very many people.
Not that many. That's what I'm saying. So to me, economically speaking, if I got 10 grand sitting in the bank and I don't got to touch it for nothing, I'm gravy cut. And I done had over $200,000 liquid money go through my fingers in my lifetime. I done paid over $175,000 in child support while we talking. So, you know what I mean?
Hey, I'm gonna be right back, y'all. Okay.
Okay. Go ahead, Trav.
And I guess I say this because, like, when I think about money, I think about it a little bit different. Like that number for me is a hard number because let's just say it takes me $6,000 a month completely to live.
Right.
Well, I'm looking at if I break my leg and I'm down for 6 months, and I'm knowing I need, you know what I'm saying, 36K, so I know I'll be okay. You know what I'm saying? And the reason I look at it that way is if it's me and my lady and we together, if she gets sick or if God forbid her mother gets sick. I'm just looking at anything that can happen. We come home, a hot water heater busted. She need tires. Damn, we got to buy a car. You know what I'm saying? Whatever come up, I don't want it to knock off the equilibrium of our house.
Right.
So I look at money a little bit differently. Not just to say I got that number, but for me, it makes me feel better because then on top of that, I go to work like I'm broke, like I ain't got a dollar.
Right. So just a quick question for you, Trav. Because we're speaking generally or like our own personal experiences.
I mean,
I was speaking generally, but he's speaking his.
Right. So you retired out of the military, correct?
No.
Okay. Well, I was confused. All right. So then that null avoids my whole question.
But I'm saying like all of my partners and the people, like a Jewish dude taught me about money years ago. So I
don't
look
say
at
that word on the internet.
Kanye.
They know about
Jewish. Don't say Jewish. That flags everything.
Oh, I'm sorry. Well, they know.
Shut down.
I'm sorry, but a dude, he gave me some lessons about bread, so I look at it a little bit differently. But like broke, I mean, broke is a mindset too, though.
Mm-hmm.
That's my point. So, because of where you been or what you have and the business that you run, and then you're retired, you work, and because of that,
I don't work.
Oh, you're retired, period, motherfucker. Anyway, so
that's why, bro. That's why I should have went to the military.
Right.
They give me $6,000 a month, and I don't even gotta get out of bed. Facts.
Man, see, that's a lovely thing.
You know what I mean?
So on an average Joe, if they're working a 9 to 5 today, how do you teach? This is totally off topic, but I'm gonna ask y'all as men, how do you teach men to save? What is let's say they live check to check, they have a little bit extra. What can they do to save to be where you guys are at today?
It's simple, man. Just start small. It don't matter if you do $25 a pay period. Just start small. Get the ball rolling.
Does it matter to keep it in the same bank in a savings, or go offline, or go somewhere at a different bank, at a site, out of mind?
Different bank. I would do a different bank, but it's all discipline though. So it don't matter if you got 5 banks or 1 bank. It doesn't matter if you spend the money.
Right.
It don't matter. You know what I'm saying? But I think the most important word when it comes to saving for male and female, but what I teach my kids is sacrifice. You either gonna sacrifice now or you gonna sacrifice later. If I was you, I would sacrifice now. So when you get to where I'm at, you can chill.
And you feel like it when you're young. You ain't gonna feel like you're older.
Right. Because when for me, I was in the military 22 years. You would think just off of that I probably saved up $150,000, right? Just unload it. It just sounds right. Hell no. I wanted 22s, 15-inch speakers in my trunk. You know what I'm saying? Keeping up with the Joneses, because all my friends, they were street pharmacists.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I literally was stationed in the area where I was raised at. So everybody I kicked it with my whole time in the military was street pharmacists. So I'm keeping up with them.
Right.
You know what I mean? But now we older and they all went to jail. They all did what they had to do in jail, yada, yada, yada. Now I'm the one, I'm King Jaffe Rowe. You understand what I'm saying? So I think the word is sacrifice. You gotta be willing. Men, it's harder for men because y'all women, me and my girl was talking about this last night. Y'all get to go out to the club with $50 in your pocket. A man, a night to go out, you roughly 300. And that's if you don't bump into nobody at the bar and try to stunt a little bit. You know what I mean? Want to get something to eat.
That's the key word, y'all, stunt.
Right. And that's what I'm saying. So you have to be willing to sacrifice. But this conversation right here rolls into some of the other conversations we had, which ended up to why men get older and then they want to shine and go back and get the young girls because they sacrifice all their young years to get. You dig what I'm saying?
Right. Go ahead, Ro. Yeah. I mean, sorry. Go ahead.
So Ro just gave my personal synopsis about men. Women are born with their value and men have to earn theirs. So when they get older, that's why cats do that. When they put 20 years in and took care of their credit and took care of their money, that's why they act like that. And you see older guys clowning and dating younger women is because now his value's up. He built that.
He got overlooked for the whole time.
The whole time.
Nobody saw him.
The whole time. He was standing in line at the club. He couldn't buy things
at the club. He wasn't in VIP. He wasn't doing none of them things. He ain't had a nice car in the parking lot. And y'all looked at him and was like, oh, nah, I'm good. And now everybody's older now, and I call it the spin the block. Now they're like, hold on. Wow, you look so different.
Now he drinking
Tito, is that you?
Now he's drinking tea. Now he's drinking tea.
What is
that? I need that photo. I need that photo still.
I got you.
So, okay, the men you answered. Ladies, what does broke look like to you? What do you consider broke?
If I don't have,
what do you have to have in your account that makes you satisfied that to where you don't have to dip in?
If I don't have a minimum of 6 months of my living expenses in an account or any account.
But give a number though, Lily. You trying to sound like somebody documentary. Give a number.
That's my number. If I don't have,
that's not a number. Do the math real quick. Mortgage,
if she gives a number, she's giving her house payments, baby.
Yeah, don't
we're
give
not
that
worried.
information.
We grown. We
don't
all
give
grown.
that.
I'm trying to think.
But
that is what it is. Like if I don't have at least a minimum of 6 months of my monthly expenses in an account or in buckets of accounts, I'm broke. I ain't got it.
So that's about 14, 15,000 for the average person. Average person, 6 months of living expenses for the average person. You're talking about at least 15 to 20 grand. Because so mortgages, we talking mortgages and rent and all that. Even if it's rent is damn near higher than mortgage, to be honest. So if you're talking, talking rent, we talking about 15 to 2,000 for rent, mortgage, whatever you want to call it. And what I always taught was take whatever your mortgage / rent is, cut it in half and add that on the top. That's how you add in your household bills, your water, your electricity. And then you got cable, cell phones, car insurance, car notes. You're talking a lot of money when you say 6 months worth of that.
Yeah. I need a minimum of 25,000 in my account.
Yeah, I was going to say that.
Okay.
As well.
Tanya,
you 25,000.
Okay.
Because you look at, because I'm a homeowner, so if anything breaks down, I got to be able to, pay for those things that breaks down if I'm not working. But other than that, if I am working, I don't touch that money. I don't touch them. Right. But I continue to build.
Right. Adding to it. Right. Tootie, what about you?
For me, I don't even have like a magic number. So like, this is my thought, right? I know I got money put away in several pockets.
Right.
I honestly don't know how much money I have. But in my just everyday checking account, I keep $1,500.
Okay.
That's like after bills paid, so on and so forth. So I just keep that in my regular checking account, and whatever else I got out there, it is not my business until I need it.
Right. Okay.
That's how I function, because if I know how much I got, I know how much I can spend. So,
but where did the money come from that you put in the other accounts though? That's what I'm.
Well, see, sometimes when you have your job and you have it separated at a site, at a mine, you have it go a lot.
But it's still the same amount regardless of how many places you put it.
But what I'm saying is, I don't know how much I have because I don't need to know, because I don't need it.
So what it is, like, let's just say,
you ain't gotta get snappy.
I wasn't getting snappy. I'm saying I didn't think you was listening to me, player. I'm sorry, I rolled my neck in.
But my question is if like, let's say
I'm gonna tell you, Ro. I know what you're saying, Ro. Let me explain it to you. So let's say you start with a certain amount and say you invest it. Let's say it's not a savings or anything. Let's just say you invest an amount, and then you have an amount. You have an invested amount that goes into that investment. You never check it. You just present it.
Yeah. So and that's what I'm saying. That's what I do, because I can't know, because I find ways to spend it.
I know how much money. I know how much money I got. I don't give a damn where it's at. It can be under the mattress. I know how much you need. I know how much I put up under there.
Go ahead, Trev.
I guess even so, like even with this, like I had a system when I was married, because it was 5 of us. I had 3 daughters, me and her. So like everybody had I used to keep like $5,000 per head in savings off top. So that was another number. Then I kept what we had because I'm a big time saver. And then once I get to a spot over that number, then I'll blow it on whatever. You know what I'm saying? Once I get to
Yeah.
that number, especially if I got the other stuff maxed out.
Like you
But
don't touch the minimum of the 55555.
at all times, but my number always on a regular basis, when we was all together, it was
Uh-huh.
5 for every head, then payments. So my goal was always to keep 40 stacks on hand. Like, and I ain't exaggerating. I'm just telling you the
Right.
way my mind thinks. Because,
Right.
like I said, if Tony would tell you if he was still on the show. Like, me and him work together. Like,
Yeah.
I work like I ain't got a dollar at all times.
Right.
So with that, that's the way I keep my back against the wall, like I'm broke at
Right.
all. Like so.
That's the key.
Yeah, I keep that back because I don't like going to a store, a restaurant. I don't like my kids asking me for something, and I say next week or give me a minute. That's just me. That's a personal thing. I don't like looking at my car. I need tires, and I can't buy them. You know what I'm saying? I just stuff. I don't want no coaches saying, "Yeah, we got cheerleading, and where's your payment?" Nah, the payment right here. Don't ask me nothing. So that's just me.
Right.
But
Right.
it's a lot of people that don't live like that. But I'll say this back to what Rose said in the beginning. At a minimum, if you're a grown ass adult, I mean a real grown ass adult, I think you need to have 10 racks at all time on hand.
Yeah.
Just you get a bad cold and you down for 2 weeks and you can't work. You don't need to be worried about can you call your aunt or your uncle that worked at the post office and let me get a couple hundred. Nah, fuck.
Right. Right. Okay, y'all. My next question. Why are people so judgmental about what you have or what you don't have? So, for instance, an example of that, you see people out here that women or men that have an apartment, right? But then they have luxury cars or they have luxury jewelry or they have money in the account. Why do people judge them type people? And
Because they
why?
know.
Well, because first and foremost, those people that have those things or think they have those things, they don't really have those things. Because if they miss one damn car payment, it's gonna be repossessed. If they're paying property taxes, it's gonna be taken. So they are governed by the government. So that shit ain't really theirs.
Well, see, I look at it like this. There's a different scenario, Tanya. There's a different scenario. So you got people that rent, right? And they go get BBL.
I live in an apartment.
They
I'll
go,
be first one to tell you.
okay, and then they go get BBLs and they live luxurious. That's the wrong word. Luxurious. But people judge them. So they say, well, you live in an apartment, but then you rolling like this and you look like this. Why do people have a problem with that?
I see what you're saying.
Well, because that's their personal problem. People have personal preferences on how they decide that they want to live their life. And that's just the reality of it. So if you decide that you want to live and you want to rent, that's fine. If you want to rent and drive a Tesla, that's fine too. That's their personal business. Some people have different priorities, and some people's priorities is to drive an Altima and own a home. Like, people's priorities and things are just different for different people. Like, I just think that's what it is. I have a friend that said that she never wants to buy a house because she doesn't want the responsibility of buying a house. So she would rather rent her entire life and do what she wants to do. And for some people that's fine. Other people it's different.
And let me
It's just like leasing a car. You just like leasing a car, same difference.
But here's my thing. You guys know I do real estate in San Diego. So what kills me about that is you pay so much rent. I don't judge anybody. Live your life and enjoy how you live it. But if you buy a home, your mortgage is going to be cheaper than your rent in San Diego.
Yeah, but see, I'm in Dallas, and we're having a whole rent surge.
Yeah.
Here, so I got one friend. She got an apartment, and she lives like north of Dallas. So, I live south of Dallas. But at any rate, her rent went up $500.
I know many people. Your rent is going to be more than your mortgage in San Diego, and people fear owning because they can't call the landlord to fix stuff. They can't call the landlord,
Yeah.
hey, do this or do that. And that's the issue out here. Truth be told, I own my home. Shit, if something breaks down, you don't think I want to call somebody to fix it?
Yeah, that's why I'm okay renting.
But I refuse to pay for a 1-bedroom apartment for $1,800.
Oh my God, are you serious?
That's San Diego. Yeah. I got a 3-bedroom, 2-bath house. I don't pay, like, trust me, the rent versus the mortgage is ridiculous out here. Y'all, San Diegans listening, go buy something. Okay, not yet because the rates are high. But when the rates go down, go buy something.
But a lot of people don't, and I know this is not the right answer, right? But this is a lot of people think, we're speaking generally. A lot of people don't plan on staying in places for long periods of time. So they feel like, I don't want to buy, because if it's me, I'm going to tell you, if I'm giving you advice, I'm going to tell you, I don't care if you're there for X amount of time, buy something and then sell it when you leave. At least make a couple of dollars off of with the equity. A lot of people don't think like that.
Or rent it out.
It's just a reality. They don't think like that though. They just want to be able to get up and go. They don't think like that. That's why people lease cars. It never made sense to me why somebody would lease a car. You know, you have zero intentions on ever owning it. But that same person will look at me and tell me, you stupid, because by the time you pay that car off in that 5 years, nigga, you need another car. 9 times out of 10, your shit is damn near on the way out. So it's
that is so true. So
you know what I'm saying? It's a give and take like a motherfucker. It's just the way you were taught and what you believe. Like, if you're staying stable somewhere, yes, buy a home. It only makes sense.
All right, y'all. I'm gonna ask the men this question: is the modern women today wife material?
No.
Why?
No.
Well, damn, that was fast.
I mean, it's true.
No, the men. I want to hear from the men. Why though?
No. How could you? First of all, modern is the problem. If you're modern, but yet you want traditional results, that don't go together.
What consists of modern women? What does that entail? What consists of that?
Everything that's said. I'm independent. I don't need nobody. I do my own thing. I pay my own bill. You're functioning just like what men do. So you can't be traditional and get traditional outcomes. It's never gonna work.
Do you think traditional relationships are even alive today?
Yes and no.
Yes,
it changed. No. The trajectory changed, because nowadays traditional.
I'm gonna let the men talk, and I'm gonna be right back. And I want y'all to keep talking on that. I'll be right back.
Okay, because to me, the traditional men, the traditional nowadays to me is everybody work and contribute to the household, because with the expenses that are going on in this world, it's not realistic for one person to bring in income and the other person do nothing. It's not realistic. And anybody who has paid their own bills for a significant period of time on their own, nigga, you tell me you giving 50%, bitch, I'm cooking every night. You give me 50% of what I kick out every month, I'm cooking every night, and I'm a man. I will rub your toes, everything. I promise to God. Look, listen, man, I'm not lying. I know how money moves. I don't play the other shit.
And I'll use a round number. Let's just say you get 2 people that bring in $4,000 a month together. So you got 8 bands. You know what I'm saying? That changes the whole dynamic because it takes pressure off of both of you all.
Mm-hmm.
But let's say she makes less. Let's say she makes 2. Whatever the number is, I'm in agreement with Ro. If you all would help each other out, I think it'd be better. And you can still have some tradition in that, a lot of tradition in that. You know what I mean? Depending on how you play it. But
it's just the roles have changed. Like, traditional roles are different now. So like a man, to me nowadays in 2022, a traditional household is whoever gets home first starts cooking. Whoever's there when the dryer goes off, fold the fucking clothes.
Yeah, I don't believe in roles anymore. I really don't.
Nah, that's what I'm saying. Because the traditional thing nowadays is no roles. It's responsibilities and what needs to be accomplished. That's traditional to me. So when you're talking about the modern women and not being traditional, they want a whole lot and don't want to have to do nothing.
Nothing. That's a problem.
Right.
Like Rose said, there's certain things that's like in me in particular, there's certain things I like to do. Like I can clean a bathroom
like a motherfucker.
Like a maid. Like a maid. Like you can't find a maid like like I'm talking about baseboards, and I can vacuum to where the line
baseboards.
I was going to say that.
Even the damn baseboards.
Where there is carpet, the lines in the carpet. Oh, that's gonna be. I mean,
bro, that's free sex. Lines in the carpets and a good candle. That's sex. You're getting sex. You're getting yams. You're getting yams, bro. That's like good ice. That's like hospital ice. That's like hospital ice. If you give a girl a drink with hospital ice in her cup, she gonna remember what she had.
Oh my goodness!
Damn. Holla at me offline. We can talk about this.
What'd you say? What'd you say, Tootie?
Holla at me offline. We can talk about this. Got so sexy when you said the lines on the vacuum. I was like, ooh, I gotta show myself.
I'm serious, y'all. Like is Rose saying that? But I'm serious. I'm a candle dude, and them lines in the carpet. I got to have that. That's just.
Oh my
it makes
goodness.
me feel like I'm at home.
Right, because I'm a beast in the bathroom, like you said, cleaning the bathroom. I get butt ass and get in the shower to clean the shower. If you stand outside your shower and clean your shower, you're not like me. I'm
no. You gotta get in there like you taking a shower.
Ass with Ajax.
He said he butt naked cleaning the shower. Well, I'll just be.
Okay, I got a question. I got a question. I got another question. I said that like 3 times. Don't judge me. Do you think more Black women are looking beyond the Black man for a suitable mate, and why?
They should.
Why?
They should.
But why though?
Because you done beat the hell out of us. So what else? Go get somebody else now.
No, Black love is so sensuous and so powerful.
It is.
And the reason why so many women have beaten the hell out of you Black men, Travis, is because y'all are hard-headed and y'all don't listen. And sometimes you need your ass whooped.
Oh shit! Here we go.
No, real talk though, y'all. Why do you feel like in today's world, why are Black men like going like this, and these Brazilians, Chaldeans, white men, they're going like this with the Black women, but the Black men.
But I don't think the Black men.
I think it's the other way around too.
Yeah, I don't think the Black men are doing that. I don't think we're going down.
They're not. Guys are just guys are going elsewhere because of their attitude. But here's the thing. You can't, as a Black woman, I'm gonna say this, you can't take those attitudes to those other men because they don't even understand what you're doing. If you give it to him, he's not gonna even stay around. When you look around, it's gonna be $200 on the dinner table, and he's gonna be gone. He's gonna go get in his Tesla, and you're never gonna see him again. We've been conditioned to listen to that dumb shit. Like, she's tripping again. They ain't listening. I went to this. She was great, but she was an asshole. He gonna say that. They just don't deal with that. Like no other man's gonna deal with that. No other.
I think a lot of stuff that, and I don't want to make it like a male, female, like topic. I don't want to try to move the goalpost, right? But what I'm saying is, I had a conversation yesterday. Mm-hmm. We went down to North Carolina, right? The dude house we was going to, he was going to get steaks and shit to put steaks on the grill, right? Mm-hmm. My girl was telling me upstairs, the wife told her this. My husband was going to get the steaks to put on the grill for y'all. I told him, I don't trust you to get the right steaks. Come pick me up and we'll go to the store together and I'll pick the steaks. And I said to my girl, she was like, yo, isn't that crazy? And I said, it's weird for you to hear a woman say that. She was like, yeah. I said, that's the same thing I be saying about you on different levels. And I hate to say this to our Black women, and I don't want to start no shit. A lot of y'all are out there acting like that. You want a man to lead and do X, Y, and Z, but you don't even give them the chance to. So a lot of men pull back because they don't even want to fight that fight no more. So that's why a lot of men are going in different directions, and women are going in different directions as well, because there's a lot of men of other nationalities that are just yes men and say okay with that and keep it pushing. So the dudes, so the women are going to what works for them, and the men are going to what works for them, and sometimes that don't equal up to Black on Black. Remember that. It's important. That was Public Enemy. I just thought that.
Thank you.
One more thing off of what Rosa said though, like. No real woman wants a yes man, but that's one of the biggest things for men. We want cooperation. That's one of our biggest things. We just want cooperation. But women don't like yes men. You'll go along, you'll date him for a minute. But if he's yes, everything you say,
hell no, hell no,
it ain't gonna work. It ain't gonna work.
That's simp. That's simp nigga to me.
There you go.
That's simp.
If he sit there and go along with everything you say, like sooner or later.
Why am I with you? Because I need to be educated by you because you're the lead.
But what if you're fighting education though?
Who's fighting education?
What I'm saying is, and like I said, we're speaking generally. Like now I'm speaking about my life experiences. Okay. Everything I tell you, you go back and double check. You don't believe me. You don't trust me. So what does that say to me as a man? That I'm going to stop giving you my opinion. That's just a natural thing. Everything that
and this is on a personal note, like, Ro, you speak so like dope on this show, and I don't understand how anybody could knock you for you speaking your truth.
It's not that they knock me, it's just
women they don't want that leadership.
And this is what I asked my lady one time. I asked her, I was like, yo, I keep hearing a woman will be, I don't like using the word submissive. I think it has a derogatory tone with it now, but I'm going to use it just for this example.
Okay.
A woman will be submissive when she finds the man to make her feel that way. And she was like, yeah, I've heard that too. I said, do you believe it? She was like, yeah, somewhat. I said, so does that mean that you don't trust me in that way because you're not like that with me? I'm going to give you a super quick example. We went to the airport. We was traveling. We walked up. You know how it says gate change? And you go up to the little kiosk and you find the new flight? Mm-hmm. We walked up there. We were both looking at the screen. I found it first. Babe, it's gate C7. Come on. She stood there till she saw it. What does that say to me?
That she didn't
trust you.
That's what I'm saying. But there's a lot of men out here to deal with. So you know what I did next time we went to the airport and it was gate change? I walked right past the fucking kiosk. Let her look for it and I'll see when you get it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's crazy.
A lot of cause and effect, though.
Yeah. Go ahead, Trav.
I don't know, Ro. Like when you say that submissive thing, once you get a man to do that, to get you to that, I guess, level or comfortability, I kind of disagree because that'd be like me saying I'm gonna be feminine until I find a woman that I could be masculine around.
Oh, but see, I agree with you. I don't agree with that statement that they're saying, but that's the actions that's the actions that a lot of black men, and I don't want to make it a race thing, but I can't speak for other nationalities. I can speak for the niggas, the people, the men that I grew up with who are in relationships. That we all have the same story. Everybody got the same type, especially for women that are in their 35 pluses and ups and shit. Mm-hmm. Like these are, all of us could literally sit down and tell our stories individually and put them on paper and they all line up.
You talking about them wine chicks, them wine and pizza chicks that hang out together. Let me ask you one more question real quick. There was a commercial and it was a Yoplait commercial. It was a yoga commercial. And the guy came home from work and he said, the little girl was in the refrigerator. He was like, what are you doing up? And she was like, getting yoga. He was like, go to bed. She was like, well, mommy's the boss and I gotta go to bed when mommy says. He said, I'm the boss. She said, no, mommy's the boss. Now, this is a child. What do you think you're perpetuating to her?
If she's looking to mommy to do everything as a female, and daddy's still in the picture, I think that's disrespecting the father.
Yep. He was the husband. He was coming home from work.
But how many men are out here dealing with that? Why do you think the men at work, they always stay late? Why? Why do you think they stay late? You know how you got that boss, you be like, that nigga must not like his family. He never goes home. He don't. He don't. But y'all, and I promise, man, me and my girl, we had this conversation and I try not, I'm a very passionate person. My voice gets loud. I get raspy. Y'all don't understand it.
Me as well.
It's like you don't even like, it's like, pow. Like, yo, how many men gotta say it for women to start fucking listening? Yeah. Just stop, yo. Just chill.
But Ro, women
I had a woman put the trash bag on the door. Like, don't forget the trash on your way out, bitch.
Stop labeling women as bitches. Number one,
not bitches. Like that. That was a bitch. It was a bitch. It was a bitch action. That was a bitch action. That was a bitch moment.
No, but I agree with him. But they've got it because you got a lot of guys. You got a lot of grown men that sit around and play video games too, though, and don't do anything.
Right.
Yeah.
So, you know what I mean? That's a whole nother situation. But when you're a dude that does everything, like I don't like to be, you ain't got to tell me to do shit. I got the instructions. I know what to do.
So let me ask y'all this. Would you date an educated woman or a man with multiple baby daddies or baby mamas?
Apparently he's not or she's not too damn educated because common sense is the basic class that anybody can take. So why in the hell would you go and screw everybody and come up with 5 or 6 different babies?
Okay,
So,
let me tell you this, because some people start out young. I'm one of them. I have 3 children by 3 different daddies, and I started out young and didn't know. And now today's version of people, they actually should know. But from my era, when I'm 50 years old, so my era, I was 19 and 20 when I had my first child. It wasn't expected. It wasn't, known. I ended up, I don't believe in abortion or nothing like that. So I had my child. So then I got with another guy and we dated for 8 years. I had my second son. I'm just
So
giving
what's
you
the gap between your kids?
30, 23, and 11.
See, that's a whole different thing because you weren't just like back to back to back spitting them out by different people, right?
Right.
So this guy was trying to talk to me. He has, 7 kids by 5 different women. He got 2 sets of twins. Guess what? The oldest one was like way older, but that last 6, they're in a 4-year gap.
See, when you do stuff like that, see, Nikki, in your case, you wasn't so much as a young age, when we're younger, we're not so much educated. You see what I'm saying?
I was very young.
When we know better, we do better.
Right.
So if you knew,
but there's still a lot of people out here, younger generations, younger than all of us, that still do that type of stuff. That still have that. So let's say they were young and let's say my age group, and now you're single with 3 women, 3 babies by 3 different daddies. Would you date her even if she had sense, she was educated, she was attractive? Would you date her? Trav, I can't even ask you this question because you don't do sex trophies. But go ahead.
I want to say something to it though.
I'm trying to understand the question. Hold up. I'm trying to understand the question. So so are we talking about younger that don't know any better? Or are we talking about someone that's well established and has went to school, got their education and yada, yada, yada?
Let's talk about somebody that's younger than us, because our whole podcast is about each one, teach one. Okay. So would you date an educated woman or man with multiple baby daddies or baby mamas in today's age? Let's say that, because I don't know how it is today. Go ahead, Trav.
If you have more than 2, then I can't. I don't know if I can do it.
But go ahead, Trav.
I'm gonna say, if you're a man of quality, I can only speak for men. I can't say women. If you're a man of quality, I would say don't do it. And I've got a theory with women, and I'm gonna give it to you all. I think with women, time will make a hoe out of you if you're not careful. So if you date an abundance of men, because I care about your past, if you dated an abundance of men over a period of time and those relationships break up, and let's say you over a 10-year period of time you had 5 relationships and the time was in there and they broke up, but you were intimate with all these men, you got 5 bodies on you that's yours. Yeah. It's yours. Your DNA swapped with these 5 people that you can never get out of your body. I care about that. Other guys say it don't matter what you did before me. Bullshit, because you got bad credit, you can't buy no house.
Okay, so let me ask you this. So, Trav, you're 44. So you met a girl who's, let's say, 46, and she's got, let's say, 4 kids, and she has 3 baby daddies. You wouldn't date her at all, even if she was super cool and vibe with you, wouldn't date her?
Nah,
Oh,
slap five, and talk to you later.
okay.
Yeah,
And bro,
I would, man. It's to me, it's there's some people out there who have those relationships and they're very good relationships, like co-parenting. They're very good at it.
Yeah.
But I think it's like one of them things was like, I don't think I want to reach in that bucket and pray to get the crab with no claws. You understand what I'm saying? Like the chances, risk versus reward, man. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't think I just know it's a lot that comes with it. It's a lot.
okay,
it's a lot.
So let's.
I would have to meet you on a friend level and know your history with your relationship with your children's fathers, and then I could possibly date you. Like if we were like co-workers and I knew you and we were friends and we developed a friendship, and I saw how you and your children's fathers co-parented, and I saw that about you. I got to learn that first. Then I might say, okay, I can rock with you. But if we just met and was like, nah, nah,
so my point is there is a level where, and I'm talking to the younger generation, y'all. We're each one,
sure.
So we're talking to the younger generation. So if you got to know these people, let's say you were co-workers, or let's say you went on a date and you switched numbers. It wasn't nothing at first, but you guys were cool and you got to know that person. There is a chance for that woman or that man.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's absolutely what I'm asking.
Let me say one more thing.
Go ahead.
As a man, I'd rather date an ex-wife that somebody thought enough to marry that was 40 than a woman that was 40 that had never been married to nobody. Because I want to know why you've been 40 and nobody picked you to be a wife. That's me.
Right.
I would rather have a woman that had been married that's 40 that somebody thought enough because you got some wife skills. Unless.
But what if she has 3 kids by 3 different daddies?
That's gonna be tough.
Yo, gotta run and get my charger.
Okay. Y'all gotta understand, in today's world, we're speaking to younger generation. It's very sexual out here now. It wasn't sexual in our time as much as it is now. So
that just don't benefit a man, though.
Well, what I would tell the younger generation.
Hold on. So when you have a younger generation that's very on that level of, I mean, they're beyond us from our time. So you can't judge or look past somebody if they have multiple baby daddies, baby's mamas, because nowadays a lot of these 30-year-olds, 35-year-olds, they started young because it's very sexual out here. That's just life. That's just how it is. There's too much social media out here. There's too much of this.
But that's not a good thing, though, Nick. Like that's
it's not. It's not a good thing, but you can't judge the people that have went through it. So the people that have went through it, you can't tell them that, okay, I got 3 baby daddies, so I'm off the market. I can't get nobody. No, they can't think like that because there is somebody for everybody.
Well,
but that's what I'm saying.
But that's Travis' preference. But I'm quite sure there are a lot of guys.
Right.
There are a lot of guys out there that will date women that has 3 baby daddies, or a woman that will date a man that has 3 baby mamas.
Right.
Tony, the only thing I would say that is, ladies, you cannot mistake sexual energy for marital energy. They're 2 different things. A man has sex with you if you got multiple kids because he's doing what he's doing. But to get that man to marry you, to get down on one knee and hand you a ring, that's something completely different.
I agree with you. What I just want to say, if we're speaking to the younger generations, we want to tell young men and young women that just because you have a girlfriend or a boyfriend, you don't solidify that relationship with the baby. Because these babies turn into kids, these kids turn into adults, and that's a lifetime commitment. So if we're doing that, you don't have to, just because you're in a relationship doesn't mean that you have to have a baby with each person that you have a relationship with. I mean, just like you said, Nick, you started out early or not early or young or however you want to put it, and you didn't really know any better, right? So and what happens is when you don't know any better and you're learning from those situations, you do have those gaps in those in the ages of the kids. Like, okay, well, you know, you got an 8-year gap, 10-year gap, because you're like, I'm not about to do what I just did or what I just went through. So sometimes too, people have a lot of different baby fathers because one could have passed away or whatever the case may be, and then they're going through some other things. But I would just say that each relationship does not need to have a kid out of it. That's just my thing.
That is true. That is true.
Nick, I got a question for you though. I got a question for you because we each one teach one, right?
Absolutely, bro.
The scenario that you went through, I would never call it an unfortunate situation that you're in as far as having 3 kids and 3 baby fathers, right? Because your situation is your own. So I don't want it to be derogatory at all.
Oh no, not at all. I don't take it that way.
You had to give advice to a young lady. Mm-hmm. Would you tell her to do what you did in your lifespan?
So in other words, talk to my younger self.
No. Give advice to a young woman. Like, say you're in a Boys and Girls Club and you're talking to a 15-year-old and she's pregnant from a guy that she just had sex with twice, but you know.
Protect yourself. You're too young. Protect yourself. You're too young.
So you would tell her to have an abortion?
No, I would never.
Well, she's already pregnant. She's already pregnant. That's what I'm saying. Like,
she's already pregnant. Okay.
Right. That's what yeah. She's with number one though. Like for you, and because I don't want to. I have to be sensitive on how to say it because I don't want you to take it personally.
No, I don't.
I would never say, I would never say, do you regret your decisions?
Never. I do not believe in abortion, truth be told, but I will tell somebody if they're not ready for that child, if they don't have a backup family to help them, give that baby up for adoption to a family that can take care of them. I had that family to help me in that situation. So I would.
You lucked out and then got married. So you're married, right?
No, I'm not. I'm not.
You're in a relationship though.
Yeah.
Right.
But not by my baby daddy.
None of them. Right. So you're a unicorn and you're a woman who found a man who's willing to take on the responsibility of you and 3 children. Mm-hmm. See what I'm saying? So the average woman in your situation probably would end up alone.
I'm just a cool ass chick. So you can't, I mean.
Bro.
I'm just a cool ass chick.
Bro.
Go ahead, Trav.
Bro, bro, most women in a situation like that, they're going to end up alone until the kids are older, way older. And to go back to that.
In today's world, yes, Trav is
right.
Yes.
Let me say this. Like, if you going to be out there dating, and I'm just talking to the younger dudes and young ladies, like Nita said, don't let a baby come out of every relationship. Don't do that. Mm-hmm. And I would encourage you to do this, ladies, and because I am hard on the ladies, but I'll say this: if you're gonna have a baby, if he's good enough to have a baby, he should be good enough to be married to him. Don't do that.
100%.
Lock him in and make him. That's how you gonna lock him in. He just can't turn around and leave.
Yeah.
That's how you lock him in. And if he ain't good enough for that, then protect yourself. My take on abortion, I mean, we ain't got to go that far, but I just don't want to give nobody a hard life that don't have to have one. I don't believe in that. Like, and if you
I know a lot of men that are like that.
If you out
kicking, I think like that.
If you out kicking it as a young lady and a young man, and you doing what you want to do, and somebody turn up pregnant, like, I think there should be something in place for y'all not to make somebody's life hard. I just,
And my thought to that is I don't believe in abortion, and I believe that there is always somebody that will take in a child that needs one that can't have one, and will be available for that child. So
I think that's tougher than abortion, though. For you to go term with a baby and turn around and hand it to somebody,
not necessarily. Why? How many people give up their babies for adoption? You got to look at the, Google it.
Yeah, but once that baby
starts not
kicking,
80-20. That's not.
But once that child start kicking and you start getting closer to that child in your body, and then all of a sudden you have to give that baby away. I think, but that's what Travis is saying. It's kind of
tough. I mean, man, you got to be a different type of person, especially as a woman, to go term with a baby, turn around, hand that baby off, sign the papers, and go home.
You got to know your maturity level. You got to know your compassion of what you want for that child. You got to really, really dig in deep and to know that you can't give the life that you want to give to that child and somebody else can.
But Nick, don't you think it would be better to terminate the pregnancy than do all that?
Absolutely not. Absolutely.
Wow.
I have a cousin who is adopted. This is where my issue with adoptions come in. I think if you adopt a kid or a kid is put up for adoption, I think they should always know. We growing up always knew she was adopted. We didn't know. She didn't know. She didn't find out she was damn near 35.
See, I don't think that's right.
That's jacked up in every sense. And to this day, she's like 50 now. Her parents still haven't answered her question about her being adopted.
And I don't believe in that. I believe that you should tell that child up front.
And they should grow up knowing I don't believe in family secrets.
When is up front?
Honestly, like for me,
that could be traumatic as hell to a kid too.
It can.
That could be traumatic.
But the younger you tell them, the more they adapt.
Yep.
So that's like y'all watched the show. Did y'all watch the show The Chi? Have y'all watched The Chi?
Yeah, I have. I've watched it.
You seen the young black lady that had the R word happen to her? She was kidnapped and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Gave the baby up for adoption and then went back and was like, yo, I can't do it. I can't do it without it. I need him back.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I think that plays into what Trav was saying. Like, you went full term mentally, y'all are connected. You know what I'm saying?
You connected.
And you guys gotta realize that there are open adoptions where you can still be in that child's life. But we're going on a whole nother topic.
Well, I got one more question.
Go ahead, Trav.
Nick, you say you're against abortion. How do you feel about a lady getting artificially inseminated and saying, I'm gonna do this on my own and cutting that baby out of having a father?
That's what artificial insemination is about if they choose a donor that doesn't want to be involved. That's what artificial insemination is about.
You got a college boy that don't want some money. He ain't gonna be involved. You just getting some juice in a cup.
Well, did you hear what you just said? A college boy. So young-minded.
I'm saying whoever you pick, it ain't no.
Look, you can go to sperm banks and get inseminated.
My point is
a different topic.
Right.
I'm
sorry, y'all. We went way off topic.
She pro-abortion. I just want to know, is it okay? That's too much.
The only time I will say I am pro-abortion, and God forgive me, but the only way I'm pro-abortion is if you're raped. Period.
And don't say the R word. That's less than 1% though of abortions. Just for y'all to know.
What about incest?
True, that too. That's called rape. Because you're not gonna fuck your brother or your uncle or your cousin on purpose.
Hey guys, can we come back to the conversation? Because this is a whole different topic.
We gotta.
You don't tell nobody.
Non-YouTube safe word.
So, we were getting out of pocket, y'all.
Right.
Okay, y'all.
Travis.
Before we stop recording, y'all, I'm gonna let Trav take a couple of minutes to speak his truth about a scenario or a situation that he is going through. And he wants to talk to the men, ladies listen, but he wants to talk to the men out here. And I'm gonna give it over to you, Trav.
I went through a pretty tumultuous divorce, and I'm a big time dad. I'm into my kids heavily. And something was said to me this week that just kind of floored me. So, and it was like, hey, I want to go to my daughter's soccer game. So I've been trying to communicate with her. And she's got this new dude in her life. And she said, well, you came last week, let him come this week, and you just tell me the games you're gonna come to. And I ain't no part-time dad. So, and that's my biological daughter, like in my mind, like, what the hell are you talking about? Because I would never make another lady feel good to hurt her relationship with the girls.
Right.
And I just started thinking that I know I'm not the only one that's been through something like this, because I've heard guys say they're cool when they ain't in a relationship, but when they're in a relationship, they act funny. I've heard that many times from men. I just never have been in that situation. So for any dude out there that's going through that, any dude out there that she's saying things that's off the wall, man, keep your composure. Don't do nothing silly. Cause your mind will run as a man. Your
Right.
mind will run your mind will run. Like the anger bug will come up first.
Right.
And if you're an aggressive man like I am, you know what I mean? Like that roar come out. So, I just had to regroup. And it was a tough couple of days because I was so angry about the situation. So for any man out there that's going through that, man, just don't do nothing stupid. Don't let nobody trick you off the street. Just don't do it. Cause you know what I'm saying? If you stay down with your kids, it's coming. You'll better get them back. They gonna see you. They're gonna see that you're about them. And I appreciate it, Nick, for giving me that opportunity.
My question to you, Travis. So the ex-wife has a new guy? Is that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I wasn't sure if you could. I figured that's what you meant, but I was just making sure. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So men out there.
I mean, why can't you just go meet the dudes and then y'all just you don't gotta sit by them and none of that stuff?
He won't meet me. I've asked.
Oh, he doesn't want to meet you.
Nah. He's a fuck nigga.
Oh. Okay. That changed everything on my back in this corner.
So truth be told, I gave, and I'll do this for any of y'all. Y'all are the panel, y'all are regulars. If you want to speak to the public about certain things and a little bit of knowledge to give to other people from what you're going through, that's what we're here for.
Sure.
And Travis going through a little well, I won't even say it's a little because it's a situation. And I don't feel like any woman should, again, we had this conversation using kids as a pawn to.
Yeah, we did.
We had that conversation. Don't use your kids as a pawn to destroy the relationship between the father or the mother when you have a new mate. Don't do that shit. Keep your kids
out
if you have a baby daddy from an ex or a baby mama from an ex and they want to be heavily involved, allow them to be involved. It takes two to tango, and you don't hold the cards as a woman or a man to control your kids' lives. You can throw stuff to your kid to make them think you are something else, but at the end of the day, the light will shine on that other mate. So be careful what you say to your children. What to do. And on that note, y'all, I love y'all. Subscribe to L.U.S.T. Let Us Speak Truth. Well, we talk deep, and we did like this whole podcast tonight was just whole versatile. We do that sometimes because we family. One love, y'all. We'll see y'all on Wednesday. Holla at you.